Hello students, in the last class we have seen that what is the acceleration when a body is coming down an inclined plane and the angle of inclination is more than the critical angle, than the angle of repose, In that case we have derived this formula. Now what will happen if the angle of inclination is less than the angle of repose? Then obviously the body will not come down on its own weight. Then in that case, to bring the body downward, we have to apply a force. So this, suppose let us take an instance that this is an inclined plane and the angle of inclination is very small, that is the less than the angle of repose. In that case, this block will not come down on its own. So we have to apply a force in the direction of the inclined plane. Okay, in any direction. So let us see that this is the direction of the force. Means we are applying the force in this direction. This force is making an alpha with the plane parallel to the inclined plane. Okay. So now let us try to draw the FBD of this free body diagram of this body. So this is the body. And as we know, this is the weight of the body, mg. So this angle of theta, so here will be also theta. So now we are resolving this into two components, mg sin theta and mg cos theta. And this F, that is the force required to bring the body down, is also resolved into two components, F sin alpha and F cos alpha. So this F cos alpha, the body has the tendency to come downward. So that is why the friction force will be acting in this direction. So F cos alpha plus mg sin theta is balanced by Fs, and R plus F sin alpha is equal to mg cos theta. Okay, so now let's come to the derivation. See, so as I told you, R plus mg cos theta, R plus F sin alpha is equal to mg cos theta, and mg sin theta plus F cos alpha is equal to Fs. From where it is coming? See here, R and F sin alpha are in the same direction, is equal to mg cos theta, and F cos alpha plus mg sin theta is equal to Fs. So here we are getting these two derivation. So from here what we can say? Now we know that mu s is equal to R. So as mu s is equal to R, so R will be what? R will be equal to mg. Now and from here what will you get the value of R? R will be what? mg cos theta minus F sin alpha. So R will be mg cos theta minus F sin alpha, and Fs is equal to mu s R. So in place of this R you put this thing. So you are getting Fs is equal to mu s into this. So this is the value of Fs, and here also we have an expression for Fs. So this is also Fs, this is also Fs. Now what we will do, we will just equate these two, Fs and Fs. So from here we are getting the value of F, that is the friction force. Now so mu s tan theta, where theta is the angle of friction. So F is what? Now you do one thing. So from here you get the value of F by taking F common, and mu s tan theta, or you can say tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. After doing this we are getting this. Now you apply the compound angle formula. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B is sin A minus B. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is what? Cos A minus B. So you will get the magnitude of force required to bring a body down on a small angle inclination plane. Similarly, if we want to push a body up, then whatever be the angle, we have to apply a upward force. Okay, this upward force is required. Now if we draw the similar way, if we draw the free body diagram, we will see this weight is resolved into mg sin theta, and this force is resolved into F cos theta, and this time as the body is supposed to move up, the friction force is acting downward. Okay students, now अच्छा, so this friction force is acting downward. Similarly, you do the derivation and you will get the expression mg sin theta plus theta s by cos beta minus beta s. Okay, so this is the force required to bring a body kept on an inclined plane whose angle of inclination is theta and the angle of repose is theta s. So from here we are getting this formula. Now we are going to the next topic. The next topic is pushing and pulling of a roller. See, you know that you must have heard that it is easier to push a road roller, that is the roller used in the playground to level the ground or roads also, that is called the roller. Now it is easier to push the roller than to pull it. Why it is so? Let's see. See, when you are pushing the roller, then what actually is happening? See, this you are applying the force in this direction. The weight is acting downward, normal reaction force upward. Let's see what else. So the weight is acting downward, normal reaction force R1 upward, and this is the direction in which you are pulling the roller. Now this force has been resolved into two components, F cos theta and F sin theta. Now this you can see here, this F cos theta plus R is equal to mg. So from here what will you get the value of R? Mg minus F cos theta. Then what will be the friction force in this case? The friction force will be mu s mg minus F cos theta. Means to pull the roller you have to apply this much amount of friction force. This is the minimum amount of force required to pull the roller. Now let's come to the another situation when we are pushing the roller. So force is acting downward. In that case, what will happen? In that case, this is the angle. Okay, so you can see the force is downward. So here the component of F cos theta will be downward towards, means in the direction of the weight. Then R2 will be F cos theta plus mg. So R2 will be what? F cos theta plus mg. Got it? Acha. Now mu s will be, Fs will be what? F mu s Fs cos theta by mg. Now in both cases, as the surface are same, so mu s will be same. But here the formula was mg minus F cos theta, and here it became mg plus F cos theta. So it is very clear that in the second case the friction force is more. Means for the given surface you have to overcome more friction force, or in other words you have to apply more effort. So in that case it becomes harder to push a roller, and so it is easier to pull a roller. Okay students, I think this is clear. So this is the reason why it is easier to pull a roller than to push it. Now the remaining part of the chapter is very easy. You have studied in lower classes, as I have discussed in the that class, that it is friction is a necessary evil. We are sometimes we required to reduce friction, sometimes we required to increase friction. So these are the, please go through this part. This is very easy, and how we can increase and decrease friction. So please you go through this part, and this is, we have come to the end of the chapter, and in the next class we will discuss the numericals. Okay students, so that's all for today's class, and we'll meet very soon.